This is the foundation of everything. Before you take the step of sleeping together, you need to understand his intentions. This isn't about interrogating him or assuming the worst, it's about seeking clarity. In Stoic philosophy, we're encouraged to focus on what's in our control, and one thing you can control is the information you base your decisions on. Asking about his intentions opens the door to an honest conversation about where this relationship is headed. When you ask this, you're not just looking for a vague "I like you" or "let's see where it goes." You're seeking to understand his emotional investment. Is he looking for something casual, or does he see potential for a deeper, long-term connection? Does he value you as a person, or is he driven by fleeting desire? This question isn't about forcing a commitment too soon, it's about ensuring your expectations align. For example, you might say, "I really enjoy spending time with you, and I'm curious about how you see our connection. What are you hoping for with us?" His response will give you insight into his values and priorities. Does he answer thoughtfully, or does he deflect? Stoicism reminds us to accept reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. If his intentions don't align with yours, you can make an informed choice about whether to move forward. Pay attention not just to his words but to his actions. Has he shown consistency, respect, and care in how he treats you? Stoic love means valuing yourself enough to seek a partner whose intentions honor your worth. If his answer leaves you uncertain, take time to reflect. Clarity now can prevent heartache later. The second question is, how do you approach physical intimacy? This might feel bold, but it's essential. Physical intimacy is more than a moment, it's a shared experience that can deepen a connection or create confusion if expectations aren't aligned. Stoicism teaches us to act with intention, and this question helps you understand his mindset. Does he see sleeping together as a natural extension of emotional closeness, or is it primarily about physical gratification? Is he mindful of the emotional weight it carries, or does he treat it casually? You might ask, what does physical intimacy mean to you? How do you think it shapes a relationship? His answer will reveal whether he views it as a meaningful step or a fleeting impulse. This question also opens the door to practical matters. For example, you can discuss comfort levels, boundaries, and protection. Stoic love means approaching intimacy with mutual respect, ensuring both partners feel safe and valued. If he's hesitant to have this conversation or dismisses its importance, that's a signal. A partner who aligns with Stoic principles will welcome this discussion, showing thoughtfulness and care for your well-being. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. You can't control his perspective, but you can control whether you proceed with someone who respects your boundaries and shares your values." The third question is, what are your values around relationships? This question digs deeper into his character. Stoicism emphasizes living in accordance with virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. In a relationship, these virtues translate to honesty, fairness, bravery and vulnerability, and self-control in desires. Asking about his values helps you see if his approach to relationships aligns with these principles. You might ask, what's most important to you in a relationship? What guides the way you treat a partner? Listen for whether he prioritizes trust, communication, and mutual growth, or if his focus is more self-centered. Does he talk about honesty and respect, or does he skirt around deeper values? His answer will show whether he's someone who lives intentionally, as Stoicism encourages, or someone driven by fleeting emotions. This question also invites you to reflect on your own values. What matters to you in a relationship? Do you value loyalty, emotional depth, or shared goals? Stoic love means choosing a partner whose values complement yours, creating a foundation for mutual respect. If his values feel misaligned, pause. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Choose someone striving to live virtuously, just as you are. The fourth question is, how do you handle conflict or challenges in relationships? No relationship is without challenges, and Stoicism teaches us to approach difficulties with reason and resilience. Before sleeping together, it's wise to understand how he navigates conflict. Does he communicate openly, or does he shut down? Does he take responsibility for his actions, or does he deflect blame? You could ask, when things get tough in a relationship, how do you usually handle it? Can you share an example? His response will reveal his emotional maturity. Does he approach conflict with a desire to understand and grow, or does he avoid it altogether? A Stoic approach to conflict involves staying calm, seeking truth, and focusing on solutions rather than ego. This question also prepares you for the future. Sleeping together can deepen emotional ties, making conflict inevitable. Knowing his approach now helps you gauge whether he's someone who can navigate challenges with you respectfully. As Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. A partner who faces challenges with wisdom is one worth considering. The fifth question is, what does trust mean to you, and how do you build it? Trust is the bedrock of any meaningful connection, and Stoic love emphasizes acting in ways that foster reliability and integrity. Before becoming physically intimate, you need to know if he values trust as much as you do. Ask, what does trust look like for you in a relationship? How do you show someone they can rely on you? His answer will show whether he sees trust as something earned through consistent actions or something he expects automatically. Does he talk about honesty, keeping promises, and respecting boundaries? Or is his response vague or dismissive? This question also prompts you to reflect on your own role in building trust. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control: our own actions. Are you showing up as someone trustworthy? Are you clear about your boundaries and expectations? Trust is a two-way street, and this conversation sets the tone for mutual accountability. If his approach to trust feels shaky, take it as a sign to slow down. The sixth and final question is, are we on the same page about what this step means for us? This is the culmination of all the previous questions, tying together your shared understanding. Sleeping together is a significant step, and Stoic love encourages you to act with full awareness of its implications. This question ensures you're both clear about what this moment represents. You might say, I feel like we're at a point where things could move forward physically. What does that step mean to you? Are we aligned on what it signifies for our connection? This question invites a direct conversation about expectations. Does he see it as a deepening of your bond, or is it just a physical act? Are you both comfortable with the pace and direction of the relationship? Stoicism teaches us to align our actions with our inner values. If his perspective on this step feels misaligned with yours, it's okay to pause. As Epictetus said, first, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Know what you want from this moment, and choose a partner who shares that vision. These 6 questions about intentions, intimacy, values, conflict, trust, and alignment aren't just a checklist. They're a framework for approaching intimacy with wisdom and self-respect. Stoic love isn't about chasing fleeting passion. It's about building a connection that honors both partners' dignity. By asking these questions, you're not just protecting your heart, you're creating space for a relationship rooted in clarity and mutual care. What are your intentions with me? How do you approach physical intimacy? What are your values around relationships? How do you handle conflict or challenges in relationships? What does trust mean to you? And how do you build it? Are we on the same page about what this step means for us? Each question is a step toward understanding not just him, but yourself. Stoicism teaches us to live with intention, to choose actions that reflect our highest selves. Sleeping together is a beautiful, vulnerable act when it's grounded in mutual respect and shared values. If his answers align with your vision, you can move forward with confidence. If they don't, you have the strength to choose differently. Before we close, let's take a moment to reflect, as the Stoics would. Picture yourself standing at a crossroads. One path leads to a decision made in haste, driven by emotion or pressure. The other path is slower, guided by reason, self-respect, and clarity. Which path aligns with the person you want to be? Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. These questions are your tools to choose the path that honors your strength.